I like it for what it is. You know, I like it for what it is. It's different. It's trying to be different. It's trying to be unique. It's trying to think outside of the box, but at the same time, though, keep it somewhat basic in a sense. Um, I think like the only problem that I think when it comes to like the general population, with the movement speed, like you wasn't in here with the last game I just played, you know, with the movement speed and the portals and all that old shit. I don't know if this game is gonna be like casual friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of casuals like people that just, they just don't got the hand and eye coordination. I ain't talking about getting 1,000 kills. I'm just basic hand eye coordination. They just don't got it. I don't think this game is gonna be friendly to them, man. They might get discouraged. I ain't gonna lie to you. See, Call of Duty will give you a false sense of hope. You know what I'm saying? You can suck so badly, it'll make sure it puts you in a lobby where you're going to get, 50 and 1 kills. You're going to get that eventually. You're going to get that. A game like this, if you don't, understand the general basics and at least have a halfway decent aim and shit. Because you gotta think about it like this, right? Call of Duty, this is what Call of Duty got for itself when it comes to the casual market, right? Skill-based matchmaking. So the worse that you do, it'll put you up against players that's worse than you. So eventually you're going to win. And people know that. You lose 2-3 games and you're starting to feel a little bit of discouragement. And then before you know it, boom, you just went, 80-2 or some shit like that. I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. You went positive, you won the game, now you're getting that dopamine hit like, hell yeah, I did that shit. So it got that, right? On top of that, it has a very fast TTK where as soon as you shoot first, 9 times out of 10, you're going to kill first. You know what I'm saying? So it has that working for it. Then, with all the other little, colorful bells and whistles and all that old shit and stuff like that, the casuals, they look at that as anybody can pick that game up and play it and be halfway decent at it. That's why I never understood when people say that you suck at Call of Duty. It's impossible to suck at Call of Duty when there's a thing called skill-based matchmaking involved. Because I can sit here and go negative for 2 games in a row, and then before you know it, I go super positive for the next 5 games. It'll look like it'll look like I'm a sweat. But the whole time, though, it's just the skill-based matchmaking is doing that shit. Versus a game like this, where I don't believe there's no skill-based matchmaking in this game. And if it is some, it's very, very limited. Very limited. You know what I'm saying? Because every game that I didn't play so far, I didn't win positive and stuff like that. So you'll think eventually, if it was a skill-based matchmaking, it'll put me in a sweat lobby. But I don't know, though. But I'm going to say for right now, it has no skill-based matchmaking or very little skill-based matchmaking. But the biggest deterrence is the movement. The movement is crack. You slipping and sliding. You're jumping. You're jetpacking. You're going through portals and shit like that. That right there is enough to make somebody dizzy. Like, oh my gosh, what is going on? So you got that working against it. Then also, the TTK in this game is very long. Compared to Call of Duty, this is a long TTK right here. You got to shoot a lot of shots at somebody before you kill them. That right there is also discouraging because you got to actually aim at somebody and keep your aim with that target before you can kill them. So that's going to be discouraging right there. Call of Duty, as soon as you aim at somebody, they're dead. As soon as you look at them, they're dead. Like, it's that easy. And then my fucking brain is not working right now. Oh my gosh. My brain is not fucking working. The aim assist. There you go. I knew it was going to come to me eventually. The aim assist. Call of Duty aim assist is so strong. As soon as you scope in, it pretty much locks you on to that target and you kill them and that's it. This game right here, the aim is it has aim assist, but it's so light. It's so light. Like it's so light. You have to still do the majority of the aiming in this game. And people learn how to do the portals and all that old shit and stuff like that. This game has a very big skill gap. I can see it right now. It has a very big skill gap. And casuals are going to be discouraged from playing this type of game right here because it has a very big skill gap. So, me personally, this game has potential. It can be great. It could be good. But I think more likely, just like with X-Define and a lot of other games and stuff like that, a lot of times the reason why a lot of games fail, you'll have those niche players that will sit there and grind it out and be in it for the long run and stuff like that. But people got to realize, though, when it comes to the niche market and the casual market is always going to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to be the bigger market right there. And if the casual market is not fucking with it, eventually the shit going to die. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty still got the casual market. They still got it. That's one thing that's keeping Call of Duty afloat right now is the casual market. They got that shit like a T. Because somebody will be playing Call of Duty, right? And come over here and play a game like this or play a game like Estefan or any other game that has somewhat of a skill gap and stuff like that. And, you know, they might put up with it for like a day or two, maybe a week. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, when they don't see no progression, them going negative game after game after game after game after game after game after game and so on and so forth, it gets discouraging. And when it gets discouraging, eventually they're going to step away from it. It goes from them playing it every day to them playing it every other day to them playing it once a week to them not playing it at all and uninstalling the game. You know what I'm saying? But Call of Duty, how they have their philosophy and how they have their system and how they run in that circus over there, it is marketing the casual players so much to the point where you got game modes in Warzone where there's literally, let's say, casual battle royale. There's 130 bots and 20 some odd real players. So out the whole game, you run across all these bots. You're getting 20 kills, making yourself feel good like, oh shit, I'm getting 20 kills in a solo match. Everybody that's human is gonna make it to the final circle for the most part. And they'll put up with that because it's like, damn, I almost won it, I almost had it. Because they made it all the way to the end. You feel me? Versus a game like this, or like how Warzone should be before they did that dumbass shit with the bots. Them losing as soon as they land or them losing within the first 2 minutes or something like that is discouraging. Don't nobody wants to play a game, and I'm sorry, but don't nobody wants to play a game where they continue to be losing at it. They don't want to play that shit. Like, they're going to say that the shit sucks, the shit is garbage, blah, blah, blah. They're going to say all that shit because they're losing at the game. They're not going to want to play that shit. They're going to think of any excuse in the world to not play that game, and they're going to voice their opinion to everybody else why the game sucks. You know what I'm saying? When that's the real issue right there. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, I'm going to tell you like this, right? If anybody can play a game, and it don't just have to be this game, but any shooting game, since we on that topic, and go 102 every single match and win every single match, fuck that shit that they be saying that, everybody don't want to win every game because eventually that gets boring. Fuck that. We're human beings, bro. And we're greedy, and this is just in our DNA, and this is just in our genetics. We want to win and conquer and dominate every time that we touch it. You feel me? So, them playing Call of Duty, they know that they're not going to win every game, but they know it's going to be games that they are going to win. They're going to win certain games. They're going to dominate certain games because the algorithm knows how to manipulate that shit to make you think that you're good. So you will stay there and continue to play that shit. But a game like something like this or Exifine and shit like that, where it's not going to sit there and hold your goddamn hand. Either you get it or you just don't get it. It's simple as that. Motherfuckers going to walk away from it. They're going to walk away from it. And I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a cool game. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. But I don't know if it's going to stay afloat, though. Especially when you ain't got that casual audience, you know what I'm saying, being cash cows and stuff like that, and buying battle passes buying skins and stuff like that. When you don't got that type of income coming from a game, you know, a lot of games fall to the wayside very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the niche audience is a very small audience. The casual audience, that's the audience that any game developer wants to gravitate towards and have them play their game. Because they already know. The casual audience is a bigger audience, because you got to think about it. The casual player, if you can't grab their attention within the first couple of minutes, they're going to the next shiny toy. They're not going to sit here and wait. If they can't have any success in this game or any other, they're going to the next shiny toy or go back to old reliable, which is Call of Duty. Because they know Call of Duty is going to hold my hand. I mean, let's just be honest. Call of Duty is going to hold your fucking hand. It's going to hold your hand. If you're playing in regular ass skill-based matchmaking lobbies, even if you're not even playing in your regular ass lobbies, you buy another console and shit and make it have a terrible ass KD and shit like that and join up on, bro, you be in the most easiest pathetic ass lobbies all day long, just pub stomping everybody. You feel me? And you'll put up with that shit. But something like this though, I don't know, man. I don't know it's going to keep that casual audience. I don't think it's going to keep it. You know, I'm already seeing shit on the internet right now, people complaining about the game. I guess the developer or whoever said some old shit or whatever, and you know, players and stuff like that's kind of like holding that over his head and shit, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Something about him wearing a meta, what you call it, a mega type hat where it said "Make FPS shooters great again," like "Make America great again" and shit. And the motherfuckers got mad at him for doing that. It's like, bro, what the fuck? You mad at the developers for doing that? That seems like a sense of humor right there. Like the motherfucker got a little bit of a personality. At least he's doing that and having fun with it and shit like that, versus what Call of Duty is doing over here. All this woke ass shit. All the characters, you know, unbinary, binary, trinary, and all this old crazy ass shit. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? The guy characters look like girls. The girl characters look like guys. Like, there's a whole bunch of crazy ass shit over there, man. Over there pushing agendas and all that old weird ass shit. I don't want, look, when I play my video game, I don't want no agenda to be pushed on me. I don't. I swear to God. Let my female characters look like females. All right? I want the whole long hair, coke-shaped body, all that shit. Like, come on, man. They don't even want that shit in the motherfucking game no more. Like, goddamn, these motherfuckers is crazy. To the point, I don't know how many people even realize this. Have y'all noticed in Warzone, you can use your Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and BO6 operators, right? They took out Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is not in there no more. Why she's not in it no more? Because she had the long hair, coke body shape, big ass. Like, no, we can't have this. We can't have this in our game. That's tough. We're pushing the agenda. We're pushing the agenda on people. We cannot have that in our game. Don't even got Nicki Minaj in there no more. Bossy, what it do, gang? What it do, gang? $30 for non-binary Fox skins. Like, come on, man. And like, look. Shout out to the people that's with all that shit. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, trying to defend nobody or upset anybody or nothing like that. But you got to realize something, man. I was born in 1992, man. I grew up and was born in a generation where kids called each other the F word and stuff like that. I'm not these young kids that's growing up in this generation where, you know, nobody knows what it feels like to be a loser. Nobody knows how to, you know, what it feels like to lose or be defeated or anything like that. Everybody's getting participation trophies. Everybody's, you know, is getting a sense of accomplishment and win. And, you know, you didn't just win, you all won. It's like, come on, bro. You don't build characters like that, man. That's how you build mentally disturbed people, bro. Like, because they confused, bro. You trying to confuse people, man. For real, man. Build character out of people, man. When I was growing up and shit like this, man, My FPS shooting games, man, didn't have no skill-based matching or any other nefarious things running in the background, man. You just had to play the game, man. And if you suck, hey, they gonna whoop your ass. But if you stuck with it, just like with anything, you would get better. Not saying that you're gonna be the best, but you will see an improvement if you stick with it. Society nowadays is just so, everything has to be now, easy, now, that people they don't want to practice at nothing. They don't want to get better at nothing. If I can't see instant gratification right then and there, right now, as we speak, I'm not going to play it. And that's what I see with this game. People don't understand the movement and all that old shit, and they're going to get frustrated and be like, man, this game sucks. This game is trash. This game is stupid. And then you're going to see everybody complaining on the internet, saying that, oh, this game is this and this game. Same thing with X-Define. People sat there and praised X-Define before it came out, that, oh, man, we need a game that has no skill-based matchmaking. This is going to be the greatest game ever because it has no skill-based matchmaking. As soon as the game came out, it had no skill-based matchmaking. There was a skill gap and stuff like that. People got frustrated with the game. And the same things that they complain about X-Define, they continue to go and play Call of Duty and stuck with that. Fly, what do you mean by that? Some of the big issues that they complain about X-Define wasn't enough content. And the servers was, very choppy and shit like that. What does BO6 got? Huh? BO6 got content? BO6 got good servers? You get the picture that I'm trying to paint for you? You will sit there and condemn one game and one developer for that issue, but you will put up with that same issue on another game, though. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Like, goddamn. Like, we're talking about, Ubisoft, publisher or whatever, but you're talking about down there, a indie development team made X-Define. And yeah, it had a couple little issues and stuff like that. But eventually, things can get, ironed out and stuff like that or whatever the case may be. But people's like, no. If it's not perfect, right at launch, we don't want to play it. And everybody left. And they use it as an excuse. But yet, we'll still sit there and play Call of Duty all goddamn day. And it has the same issues, if not worse. Because not only with the no content for the most part, and laggy ass servers that we get all the goddamn time, but we have all the other goofy ass shit that's going on, the laundry list that I ain't gotta talk about, but we know everything else is going on with Call of Duty right now. But people will still put up with that though. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are very picky, man. Very picky. They say they want one thing, and then when they get it, you know what I'm saying, they try to, 3, 2, 1, no takebacks. They try to do that goof ass shit. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't saying that I'm going to play this game forever. I ain't saying that I put this game before Call of Duty. I ain't saying none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But for what the game is, for what it is, from what I've been playing for the last 2 days, it's a cool game. It's cool. It's a cool game. I like it. It's fun. It's something different. I fucks with it. I ain't gonna be one of those people on the internet and say, oh man, this game is garbage. What the fuck? Like, bro, man, relax, bro. Relax. Like I keep on saying, man, there's so much other goof ass shit that's going on in the world that we should be worried about. And you worried about this little, man, whatever, bro. Whatever. I hope you don't never have a wife and kids, bro. If you worried about that a game so much, like, that shit is wild. I'm off tomorrow, so we can run whenever you all. You want to fuck with this shit tomorrow? More likely, I'm probably gonna fuck with this shit tomorrow. I ain't gonna hold you, gang. I'm probably gonna fuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna fuck with this shit. But yeah, that's my stance though on the whole situation. That's how I feel about it. And I know some people are still gonna disagree with me and no, that's not the reason and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, whatever you try to, jumble up in your head because you believe that, hey, man, it is what it is. Believe what you want to believe and shit like that. I'm not trying to convince you, bro. That's the problem with me. I'm not trying to convince you because at the end of the day, I don't care. All right? So you can sit there and write your little Bible scriptures all in the comment. I don't care, bro. I promise you, I do not care, bro. Like, I literally don't. You can cry to your heart sweat. Man, I don't care, bro. Your shit is falling on deaf ears with me. Holy shit. You willing to sit here and defend a game and shit like that, but you won't defend your own wife and kids. You willing to sit here and defend the game and shit, but you won't defend your own mother and father. Get your weird ass away from me. Gone, bro. Gone, bro. Don't talk to me, man. You're a weirdo. Get the fuck away from me, man. I don't fuck with people like you. Holy shit. Yo, Jimmy the Pounder in the motherfucking building. What the word is, gang? How you rocking, my boy? What the word is? But yeah, motherfucker gotta wake up and really smell the roses, man. We just live in a society nowadays where everybody just want to complain about something. Everybody wants to walk around, you know, woe is me and all this old pathetic ass shit. And everybody thinks that the world supposed to evolve around you and shit like that. Like, man, bro, I can't wait until reality hits some of y'all in the motherfucking face, boy. You're going to finally realize that this motherfucking igloo that we live on do not evolve around you, bro. I swear to God.
Message.
You know what I'm saying? But for some of y'all, though, reality ain't hit you in the face yet. But one day it would, though. One day it is. And you're going to realize that this motherfucker does not evolve around you. You think somebody really get two fucks about what you crying up? Man, shut up, bro. Be quiet.